Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Just Us. So today we are looking at red flags in ourselves, because more often we look at red flags in our friends, in our spouse, or in other people, but we miss those red flags in ourselves. Na ni vizuri kujiangalia because you want to grow, you want to be a better person. Na kama unaspire kukuwa a better person and to grow, you have to look at yourself and know at those not so good behaviors that you have within you. So if you just subscribe, you like, you share, and you comment on the things unafikiria they are not so good in you. Call yourself out too, as I'm calling myself too. Tukiendelea kuangalia, I'm looking at 10 red flags in ourselves. So let's start. The first one is negative self-talk. Having a constant negative talk to yourself. Constantly you talk negative to yourself. Maybe either you are making a joke or you are talking to yourself, but una make that negative talk. And not to say that it's a bad thing. It doesn't happen to me. It happens to me, but the fact that ninaweza kuishika when it's happening. Maybe not every day I wake up and look at the mirror at myself and say I'm beautiful. I feel that I'm smart. Na sometimes ninaweza jiangalia and I say, oh, I don't feel beautiful. I'm fat. I'm what? I'm ugly. But it is me being able to identify those thoughts in myself. Najiambia, hey, you are now talking bad to yourself. You need to change your conversation on yourself. And it really helps. It really helps even help to elevate your esteem. Self-esteem yako inakuwa juu because you are not always talking down to yourself. Hujiambii how you are not good at everything, but you are looking at how good you are. Now, unaweza improve your self-esteem by maybe like looking on just kujiambia you are good enough, you are smart enough and all those things, to avoid having negative talk on yourself. The second one, it's a red flag. The second red flag, it's need of validation. Again, everyone's at a point need validation, but when you look for a validation and when people don't validate you, you feel bad. That's a red flag, because you have to make this decision. Now unajua this decision is the right one for me, but you still go look for validation, kuuliza watu, is this decision good? But wewe unajua it's good, and if they tell you it's not good and you know it's good, you end up dropping that idea. Maybe ni business ulikuwa unataka kuanzia na nakuja na kuuliza, hii biashara ni poa, can I start it? And you are like, cause wewe huwezi anza, utaniambia no, it is not a good idea, it is not this, it is not this, and I drop the idea, but deep down in me I knew that it was a good idea. You just need validation in every step. That's a red flag, and we should improve, and by improving by trusting ourselves. Trust yourself more. Have that thing that instinct yako ikikwambia like something is good, just go with it, not always looking for validation. Another one, it's lack of boundaries. Na hii lack of boundaries, it's just not being a yes person, or not letting people just walk all over you. Just knowing what you can entertain and what you can't. Just setting those boundaries help you become a better person. Juu hutafanya kitu hupendi, because when you don't have boundaries, you do things even you don't like to make other people happy. You go to places you don't like just because you want to make people happy. You are afraid of what people will say about you, how people maybe people will reject you, and you end up not having boundaries because you are afraid of rejection, afraid of not having these people in your life. Setting boundaries just makes you happy and just tells you this is what makes me happy, and this is what I'm allowing you to do to me, and this is what I'm not allowing you to not do to me. Yani hii unaweza nifanyia, it's okay, and this is not what I'm okay with. Just having those boundaries, it helps you improve your relationship with others, makes you a happy person, and all those kind of things. Another red flag, the fourth one, it's being indecisive. You are not able to make a decision. That is a red flag. Every time you can't make a decision, you want to apply to this job, but no, I don't know if I should or shouldn't. But if you listen to yourself keenly and inside, you already know, I shouldn't apply to this job, it's not good for me, or I should apply to this job, it's good for me. But every time you want to start this job, but you are like, you have fear, I don't want to start this job because sijui kama itakuwa poa, sijui kama it will succeed, and you end up not making those decisions. You waste a lot of time. You waste a lot of time not making those decisions and being and making a decision on what you want to do. So that's a red flag. Maybe you have fear. You should just do it. Just start. You'll never know if something will work out. You'll never know that job it's good for you if you don't start. Unaweza anza, if you don't feel it, just you drop it. You see what will come out of it, the lesson, and you learn lesson when you are doing it. Now ukianzia hiyo kitu, maybe you won't like that thing, but on the way you learn something else that you like. So that's it. We should decide, we should be decisive. Another one, and like the fifth one, it's emotional instability and regulation. If you are not able to regulate your emotions, if you are not able to control your emotions, like umeenda huko nje, to your job, umekasirishwa kwa job, you are angry, you didn't even identify you are angry, you come up with those bottled emotion, unakuta mtoto wako who is irritating your day, maybe all over you end up exploding, yelling on him, which haiko fault yake, but you are not controlling your emotions. You are not able to identify I was angry or something, and you end up exploding in the wrong places. We should be able to, it's a red flag if you are not able to control your emotion. You should be able to look for a healthy way to channel your emotions, maybe by lighting, by talking to people, by even confronting that person that alikukosea and talking to them, even by simply by identifying that I'm angry and I need to calm myself down. Those are the things that you can do to help you just regulate your emotions. The sixth one is having toxic perfectionism, or setting yourself to unrealistic standard. Now here, setting yourself to unrealistic standard, it's just setting yourself to failure, because no one is perfect. And if you are aspiring to grow, and if you are just aspiring to grow, you know that you can't be perfect if you are aspiring to grow. So we should always know that maybe hii kitu itafail ama haita make it. You should have that 1% and not being setting yourself to high standard, and when it fails, it just maybe affect your mental health, or worse, leads you into depression. And you should always know no one is perfect. We are all growing, and just kila siku unasoma, unalearn, you have your weakness, you work on them and you improve. So that is it. Another red flag is substance abuse and dependence. If like you use alcohol as a coping mechanism, or you depend on alcohol to be happy, maybe you have a hard maybe you have that difficult day at work and you are thinking, wacha nikunywe that one drink to make me feel good, and you are not able to deal with the situations. All you do is use a drug to help you to manage that situation. That's a red flag that you should work on. And maybe it's deeper than that. You should ask for a professional help to help you cope with that addiction. So that's a red flag. Another one is if you don't know how to listen. That's a red flag even in me. I talk a lot. You notice that you talk a lot and you don't listen more. And if you listen, you are not a good listener. Like, you are listening to reply. You are not listening to understand. And sometimes it's not the discussion that you like. Even in listening at things maybe you don't like, that's a good listener. You are listening at things you don't like, not only the things you like, and you are listening to understand, not to reply. If you are just there talking, that's a red flag, and you should learn how to listen. Another one is being judgmental. Always you are judging. That's a red flag. You are only seeing things that you should judge on others. Their dressing code, you are judging. And this one, it's all around. I judge too. I judge people depending on my beliefs, depending on what I believe in. And when you do something that I don't believe in, I ain't judging you. Maybe that's a bad thing. That's not okay. And we should learn to be kind. We should learn that we can disagree in things, and it's okay, not everyone being like you. And stop judging others for being themselves, for being who they are. And we should be kind and stop judging people. Just stop judging people. Acha kukua deputy wa Mungu. Another one is just another one is just avoid attachment. If you avoid attachment, that's a red flag. You don't like being attached to anyone. Maybe mostly in relationship, you don't like have that intimacy. And when somebody, it's like maybe your partner is complaining that you are not paying attention, you are not attentive to them, you are not, maybe you feel like they are cringy, they are just too much for you. And hawa ni watu wenye watakughost, watu wenye watakuacha without even saying where they what happened, because they don't want that communication, because they don't want, hawataki waone like they depend on you. So that's a red flag that we should work on. Another one, and the last one, is social media addiction. And this one, maybe it will touch so many of us, more so the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are so much addicted to phone, si kama sisi millennials. So you are always on your phone and you don't have outside life. Let me say that huna maisha nje. All your friends are in your phone, all your life is in your phone. Now you don't get a time to go out, meet people, have conversation, because you can't live on your own world by yourself in your phone. A phone will make you develop those una scroll to, you just seeing people successful. Now maybe you are not in that place in your life that you feel that you are successful. It end up making you feel bad about yourself. It may affect your mental health. So we should go outside, live a life without maybe a phone. Si kila siku uko kwa simu and all the friends you have wako kwa simu. Go meet people outside, have conversation, and just learn. So those were some. Maybe, I have looked at maybe all of them that I had. Unaniambia other red flags that you feel you have, ama that you feel that we hatuna overlook in ourselves. Niandikia tu hapa uniambie. So that was it, and we are just here looking at ourselves and saying we are not perfect, but we are aspiring to grow. We are having self growth. We are having we are becoming better people. And when you know yourself, that's a step to self-awareness. You become more happy, and when you're happy, you're able to pass that happiness to others. So that was it from me. Remember to subscribe, like, share, because it's all free, and share with people that you think this video will help, and we'll see each other on the next one. So bye.